quick. Kill time Ariel, that's the trick. Muckster brings the fun. Yeah! The whole gang, everyone. It's the Finkel Show!
The Finkel Show is brought to you by Pepto-Bismol. If you need a Bismol, try Pepto-Bismol.
Holy crap. Whoever watches this later, did you know that Meade County's got me by the balls? Yes. As a plea deal over my multiple felony charges, they got me working against Chris Ryder because the whole fucking world's against him. I listened to a little bit of his live stream of tonight. Well, last night. It's 12:03. It's the 12th now. This was, hey, first thumbs up. Thank you, Alan. Yeah, the live stream was on the 11th in the evening. It's 12:03 now, so technically it's a new day. I had to turn that shit off. I did the number one violation of Finkel's rules for self. I went into the chat and tried to argue the point. And Griftifer Ryder, he says, I'm not going to read it unless you put it in a $100 super chat. That grift, even while Tiffany's telling him, don't do that. Yeah. Okay, so in Chris's mind, the charges of, the fake charges of fraud at Wrangler and J.J. Scarborough of April 21st, 2024, more than a year ago. About a year and a half ago. Yeah, it's a year and a half ago. Hello, Giggles. You KKK member, you. I'm kidding. Yeah. Did y'all hear that Giggles is a member of the KKK? I don't know much about the KKK, but I thought the KKK was an all-male fraternity. It's not a sorority, it's a fraternity. Like everybody against him on any issue is 100% against him, and either KKK or working for the feds, or in this case, working for Meade County, Kentucky. And I just announced that I hate a certain word that begins with R, but it's so hard for me not to use it on this guy. Keep Kentucky clean. Okay. Spelled with all K's. Okay, well, we're clean with the, okay, yeah, that's good. That's good. Bruh, 5150. Bruh. Okay. I'm working a night shift tonight. I'm on shift right now. That's why I'm using my little handheld device, because my computer screens and keyboard and all that set up for work. And I just watched about an hour of total nonsense. And tomorrow morning when I get off work, I'm heading out to West Virginia to meet my sweetie, who, by the way, doesn't like me talking about her, especially when she's going through shit. Something that she shares with Tiffany. Chris, stop talking about your girl about things she doesn't want you talking about. For example, Tiffany's under the impression that I said she was grifting, faking her grief when she was allegedly in the other room crying, or on her bed crying, whatever Chris said. No, Tiffany. What I said was that Chris, claiming that you were crying, was Chris playing for the $800 that he was down for some kind of mediation. I don't know much about a mediation or why he needs $800 for it, but, in very close proximity in time to him pointing out that he needs $800, and Finkel gave a, wow, interesting number. Finkel had recently given a $500 super chat and a $300 super chat to Generally Specific. That's kind of ironic, isn't it? That's exactly how much she's looking for. And oh, by the way, you really hurt Tiffany, and she's in the other room crying, or in the back of the room, wherever. I don't know the layout of their house. Yeah. For some reason, I got back to Tiffany that I think I said she was grifting. No. I don't even know if she was actually upset and crying. Apparently she was, because she admitted it tonight, but she was upset at Chris for saying that. It's nobody's fucking business if she's in the other room crying. Chris, why do you treat your girl like that? What the fuck, man? Walter M? Who's Walter M? Damn, I came here to share a good story about helping a longtime friend get sober. Sorry, Fink, is that the other channel only? Well, just it's tonight's topic. We're not really talking about recovery right now, unless you know a 12-step program for stupid people. Yeah, I shared with a friend. Is this guy lying or stupid? I think it's 10% lying and 90% stupid, because I mean he can't be so stupid as to think he could send me a screenshot of a chat he had a long time ago with an alleged FBI agent. This chat very clearly, no problem. I went to a good meeting tonight. This chat, and I'll post it Tuesday or Wednesday when I'm back and can really focus on this. This chat very clearly shows him trying to report on my behalf. What the fuck? You don't if I have a criminal complaint, you don't report on my behalf. I report that shit. I don't have a criminal complaint because all I have is another idiot on the YouTube late April last year claiming he was pressing charges on me. And we didn't believe that for a second. By the way, unsolicited, not one but two cops, two former cops. One of them had some experience. The other one had a lifetime as a cop. Those being Dirty Hippie from Stone Vet and Master Sergeant Retired. Master Sergeant Retired has probably more years as a cop than I have on this planet. I'm exaggerating just a little bit. And they were laughing. This shit would never stick. And I knew it would never stick. I never asked them for that advice, but they, coming from a law enforcement perspective, they were very clear that JJ and, well, actually, I don't think that was so much JJ. I think that was Fraud at Wrangler. Fraud at Wrangler had typed that up or had somebody type up and whited out my name because they don't know my fucking name. You can't press charges on somebody unless you know who it is. John Doe. Yeah, John Doe committed these crimes, and it was all fucking bullshit. And the cops who saw this, they knew it was bullshit, and I knew it was bullshit. I did have a little concern that maybe I'd have to actually explain that to a jury who would never find me guilty of those bullshit charges. Yes, Christopher Ruff, if you see this, there are such things as bullshit charges. Anyway, these screenshots that Chris sent me from last year, from July 2024, it shows him trying to get whoever he's talking to to press charges. And whoever he's talking to is very clearly saying, if he feels threatened or afraid for his life, he should reach out to us. And that's how it works, Christopher. If I have a complaint that someone's committing a crime, I make the complaint, not you. But the phone calls, by the way, I'm in a one-party state. The phone calls that he made, and I even told him, every time you call me, I don't know who it is. My body cams are always recording audio. I have like 8 of them, and there's always one recording because I do go up against ICE and DHS, and I do piss people off on the streets, and I do have a very heavily political uh, footprint opposing what is now the current administration. So yes, I record everything. And that's why I didn't answer the phone for you, Chris, when I was in Pennsylvania. I'm like, I didn't know at the time Pennsylvania's rules. And it turns out Pennsylvania is a 2-party state. New York's a 1-party state. Virginia's a 1-party state. And I do record everything. Yeah, it's going to take me a little time to dig up those phone calls where you, Chris, told me that I was going to get a call from the FBI. I really didn't want that call. He says, would you be willing to tell them everything you know? I'm like, yeah, but I don't really know anything that's criminal. There's nothing I could tell an FBI agent or any other law enforcement agency that would get anybody in trouble. But if you really want him to call me or her or whoever it is, sure, give him my phone number if you want to. But I really don't think I can be of any help. And now I see this chat, this text exchange where he's telling them that I have a criminal complaint, and they're saying, well, he should report it. I have no interest in reporting it because I have nothing to report. Some idiots on the YouTube made some claims that just aren't fucking true. And even if they are true, they would never stick. We looked up some of those alleged crimes. There isn't a jury on the planet dumb enough to convict on those. And we knew that. Master Retired knew that. Dirty Hippie knew that. Everybody with half a brain knew that. Apparently, Mr. Ryder doesn't have half a brain. He has less than half a brain. But no, I'm not trying to hurt anybody's children, especially children that I did not know lived at the residence you claim they live at. I still don't know it. I still kind of wonder if you're just kind of bullshitting us. It may be true, it may be not. But when you called me, I had no idea who these names were. I thought you were just rambling off with your bullshit. And I'm tuning out that bullshit. Yeah, I'm driving the car. So you think I'm deliberately trying to hurt you? Oh, that's right. I'm 100% on GS's side. No, Dick Smack. I'm on GS's side on the issue of you engaging the police on some bullshit. On some YouTube bullshit. I'm on GS's side about that. Everything else that you've put up with GS and Christopher Ruff and JJ Scarborough and Ray Whited and Fraud Wrangler, Michael Kaiser, everything else, I was taking your side on. I took GS's side on one issue, and that issue's when you went over the line and reported some bullshit, try to get his constitutional rights taken away. I disagreed with that. And because I acknowledged I don't know all the details behind the scenes, I don't know what kind of texts have been flying back and forth. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in either of your homes. From what I see, it's bullshit. So I literally prayed for God's will. And when I told you I prayed for God's will, you said I'm praying for the wrong side. You fucking moron. How can God's will be the wrong side? I don't really think that you think God's will is wrong. I think you're fucking stupid. I don't get it, man. I wasn't white knighting for Tiffany. I wasn't white knighting for Chris and Tiffany. Christopher Ruff did something very, very stupid, which Christopher Ruff does some very, very stupid stuff. I called him out on it. wasn't trying to please Tiffany, although I thought she might enjoy it. She actually said she was hurt by it. I'm like, wait, what? What? Okay. Christopher Ruff did an AI bullshit thing using Tiffany's image, and I called him out on it. I thought, no, I wonder if she might want to see this. She actually texted me that I heard her with that. I'm like, what? That? Okay, sorry. I won't let you know when I call Christopher Ruff out on his bullshit when he's being assholes towards you guys. Okay. I'm not on Christopher Ruff's side, but just because I disagree with Christopher Ryder on one issue, actually, they said 110%. Not 100% on their opponent's side. I'm 110%. If you know, you know. Yes, again. All right. Yeah, fucking YouTube drama. And every time Ryder will take the drama too far, he pisses off his girl, although she's blinded with love. It pisses her off that he reports that she's crying. She's upset. She doesn't want the world to know that. But you said that on a live stream, and people have a lot of interest in that live stream. You crossed the line, but you have a very forgiving, blinded with love woman there. You're a lucky man. You better start treating her fucking right, because you got pretty good with that. By the way, since Toddy claims he owns... Back up. By the way, since Toddy claims he owns no guns, his rights can't be violated. Okay, well. Oh, but, even though Muxer is still very anti-GS, is very open about it, despite that, because Muxer backs me up when I speak the truth, he's also 110% on GS's side. You guys are fucking idiots. I'm sorry. Hey, Hot Mess, how are you? Everyone hit that thumbs up 4 times. On, off, on, off. No, 4 times means there'll be no thumbs up. Just hit it once. How you doing, Hot Mess? I know who, if you know is. I know who you are. You do some good AI stuff on that channel. Good music. All right. Anyway. I'm on an itty bitty tiny little phone. It's kind of hard to read. Good. It's cold as fun stuff. Okay. Cold as fun stuff. Yeah. It is getting chilly. Summer is over. Not hot mess summer. Hot mess summer is never over. But the season summer is over. Who's highlighting my stuff? What's really going on? Can someone catch me up on the madness? The madness. I am opposed to J.J. Scarborough, Fraud at Wrangler, Ray Whited, Christopher Ruff, and I'm opposed in issues with Christopher Ryder, everything GS has ever said, except for the issue of GS's rights being taken away over some YouTube stuff. But because of that one thing, the math that they come up with is that I'm 110% against them, trying to hurt their children, trying to hurt Tiffany. What the hell, people? Let me say, go over to a channel called For Public Safety, or The Real For Public Safety, parentheses, Chris Ryder, Reiter. And I don't know if they're still live or not. This is me they're talking about. And they're alleging that Meade County, Kentucky, by the way, I'm in Fairfax County, Virginia. Meade County, Kentucky has gotten to me with felony charges, so I'm being their stooge and working with them to get poor old Chris Ryder. Tell me how that makes sense. Chris Ryder? If I have felony charges, do one of your magical FOIA requests, or whatever they call it in Kentucky, and pull up my charges. You can't, because it doesn't exist. What did you do? I agreed with somebody on the internet on one issue. That's what I did. I'm a horrible man. I'm a bad, bad boy. Anyway, okay, it's Saturday night. My quote weekend starts at 9:30 a.m. I'm off to West Virginia with my sweetie. I should be back Tuesday if I'm not exhausted. Something tells me I'm going to be exhausted. Sometime Tuesday evening or maybe Wednesday. I'll actually point by point counter this. He's either lying or he's really stupid or a mix of both. I don't know. Who's on my screen? Oh, Mugster,
It's
how you
me,
doing?
Summer, you fucker. Oh,
You don't sound like Summer.
damn, I forgot my voice. I forgot my voice changer.
You don't look
Can
like
I
Summer.
just wanted to say, I was watching him almost from the beginning.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times I had a hard time just understanding what he was talking about because he would say, now let me say this about Finkel. I think, he got arrested or whatever but then he would just wander off into talking about Ruff and other stuff. And I thought, wait a minute, is he still talking about Finkel? Is he? Oh, I know. The thing I did want to say though is, and I've said this before, Chris and Todd do not realize how much they have in common. They're both either you're all in or you're all out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah, you
like
got a point there.
you gotta be totally on their side or you're the enemy.
Right.
And they're both, it's always all about me. Whatever you say,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what, I could say right now, Finkel is going to buy a puppy for his girlfriend and surprise her with it.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd be saying, who said I'm getting another puppy? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's that far off. Yeah.
Anyway, and I mostly blame Ariel. And you know why? Because
Why
he's a
you-
fucking Mexican.
There you go. There you go. Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
just,
a lot of YouTube channels are like that, but you point out to them very clearly. And no offense to either of you, but both of you, you have a tendency, if anybody disagrees with you on one point, all of a sudden they're the enemy. They're hardcore
I
against you.
tried,
Go ahead.
I tried very hard to see both sides. I mean, there's probably nobody certainly nobody on the internet. I don't know about in the world
Yeah.
that I detest more than Todd.
Really?
But there are also times if I'll hear something that doesn't make sense to me, I'm not going to just go along with it just because I don't like Todd. You know what I mean?
All right. So if you want to
Um,
detest somebody, watch Christopher Ruff any hour of his material. Any hour.
yeah, I can't stand to watch him. The only time I've ever watched his show, so to speak, is
Mhm.
when you were doing it, and I never did like him, and that was long before he ever had a problem with Chris Ryder or anything. I didn't like his style when he was doing
Mhm.
the 1A thing, and oh my God, his little shows from his bunker, I can't stand his voice. I can't stand his laugh. I can't stand what he says. It's just, yeah. Hey, Alan.
He's a
Hey, Alan,
very
who are
angry.
you?
He's a very angry, very stoned, um, unable. He's another one that you could show him something right in front of him, and he will get it wrong. It's kind of like Hillsfire Studios looking at GS's phone holder on his arm. That's literally holding a phone, and they're discussing what is it, ID holder? Is he doing his OP4 thing? It's a phone holder, and there's a phone in it. I'm like,
And Alan, all I said about Todd is if I hear something I think is wrong, I'm not going to automatically accept it just because I didn't like it. I'm not saying that I think, he's not a two-faced asshole. And Hart says she blames the blokes that are always exerting their power and privilege. I think she's talking about you.
I'm exerting my power and privilege.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. Oh. Well, I don't have any power. Yeah. I'm owned by Meade County, Kentucky. They got their boots on my neck and they're making me say stuff that I would never say. It's not a long con. It's not I'm being forced by the feds or by Meade County. It's I opine on something I agree with and I opine with something I disagree with. It's not
excuse me a second.
I'm sorry?
Excuse me a second. I have to go ban Cart.
What you got ban Cart for?
She says she stands with the Mexicans.
Oh. Well.
Yeah. Let me say this publicly, though, too. I texted you. Something I got a kick out of with Chris tonight.
Yeah.
Is somewhere early on, he said, and I forget the exact words, but his basic thing was, Finkel's got this little puny channel that nobody watches, nobody cares about. His opinion doesn't matter. It's like, then why are you going to devote a 2-hour show to him? You know what I mean? I love when people do that.
Right. And how many times has he been on this puny little channel?
Yeah. Including the time that he did the same thing as Todd when he came back, when he said he was never going to, like Todd said he was never coming back. Chris said he was never talking to you again. They both came back.
That's right. He said, you crossed our boundary and I'm never going to talk to you again. And here I am in his chat and he's talking to me. Okay.
I never quite did I think the boundary thing is he must have seen that on a TV show or something. I don't even know what he means by that.
Yeah, I think he's using it wrong. He's definitely using it wrong. He's not a bright boy. He's.
I mean, I really like Tiff, and I hope things work out for her. But boy, Chris just drives me nuts.
I'm kind of worried about Tiffany. A lot of people are picking on her, and Chris is just not helping. But she's devoted. I give her credit. She's very devoted to.
Yeah.
I don't.
I'll tell you things that have always stuck in my mind with Chris in regards to Tiffany. One, I remember watching one time when he was doing one of those shows from the car right after they'd had a hearing or something. And I'm pretty sure, and again, I'm not as obsessed with all these people as some people are. So a lot of times I forget details in that, but I'm pretty sure it was a hearing that had to do with Tiffany's kids. And it obviously did not go well. And Chris, of course, first thing he does is he's going live and he said something. And Tiffany said, I really do not want to deal with this right now.
Yeah.
And Chris says, well, Tiffany's upset. And then he just goes on talking about it. And she's sitting right there next to him because he can't help him. The other thing, do you remember when Tiffany and Nikki, or as Todd calls her, that woman, Nikki, like he had no idea who she was, when they were going to start doing like a Friday night show together and just talking about different issues, Chris could not help himself from interrupting all the time. He had to come in there and keep he can't stand to see her out front. You know what I mean? It's always got to be about him, about him, about him.
Oh, anyway. Right. Tonight she was multitasking. Like, are you going to pay attention and help me out?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. I want to try and talk to Holly like that sometime. See how that I'll be back in the single. Yeah. He doesn't know how
Finkel, we
good
hardly knew you.
I'm sorry?
Oh yeah, I said Finkel, we hardly knew you.
I want to say it was a holiday, or maybe it was Mother's Day. I can't remember the day. It was a special day. I'm thinking either Mother's Day or her birthday. I can't remember. But once again, she was isolating in her room, crying, and he's on our channel telling us about how she's crying. She doesn't want
Yeah,
people to know that. It's a personal
yeah.
moment for her, Chris. Respect your woman, please.
Plus, yeah, and you got to figure Mother's Day would be tough for somebody going through all that,
Yeah.
you know, custody stuff and that. Plus, okay, if she's in the other room crying, what are you doing on the internet? I mean,
Good point.
why aren't you there holding her hand?
Yeah.
Or why aren't you doing something, making her a cup of hot chocolate or something to show her you're there with her, even if she doesn't want to talk? Instead, you're going to come online and talk to a couple of guys who don't matter on a little channel that nobody cares about. What the
I'll
fuck
tell
is
you why.
wrong?
He's emotionally crippled and against her wishes. Now, Tiffany, if you hear this, I'm not saying you're grifting. I'm saying he is grifting off of your grief. He's very happy to tell us when you're having a struggle and you're back in another room crying because that gets people's sympathy and they want to send him money. And he knows that. He doesn't really care about your feelings. He's not emotionally in tune. I'm not saying he's being an asshole and hating on you. I don't think he realizes he's doing it. He's one of those low EQ guys. Anyway, I didn't mean to come
Yeah.
up and bitch about it all night. I just yeah, I wanted to.
No, and I don't want to obsess over it either. And I always did try. I tried to like Chris, and I think I mostly back him. I think he's gotten a raw deal, but I also think he hurts himself a lot just by running his mouth all the time. But I really do back Tiffany, and
Yeah.
and I know, like I said, he's another one of those you're either 100% in or out. Just because I make one comment, all of a sudden I'm like, what, simping for Todd or something?
Oh yeah,
Oh
that
my
chat was
God.
pretty hard on you. I'm like, the fuck.
Of course,
Mustard is not 110% for Todd. I'm like, what? He's
I, I laugh all the time anyhow when I'll see people like that or in Hill Pirates making different comments like about you or something. And I think, you people have no idea the private conversations we've had about this stuff. You think you know everything. You know, people people love to just they see one little thing and they'll invent a whole story around it.
oh yeah.
You
What
know, or
was it Hill Pirates or maybe Chris on another live stream? Uh, Someone was articulating that I'm having long conversations with GS off of YouTube. I don't know what they mean by Discord, which
that's
I'm not on,
yeah,
or back channel or
that's
phone call. I'm like,
yeah, that's what some of them in the Hill Pirates chat seem to
yeah,
be saying stuff like that. Oh well, I'm sure Finkel told him this, and they also seem to think you're slipping in a lot of money that besides just the super chats that are public. They just it's just whatever's in their own heads. And the thing is, anybody should should know you by now. You've been around long enough to know that you're a very upfront person. You don't do stuff,
oh
in
no,
secret like that.
I'm if I combine their stories, I've got a TBI from the car accident, and the Bell's palsy is from herpes that's also infecting my brain. And oh yeah,
Stroke and a seizure. Don't forget the seizure.
Yeah, I'm having 12-hour conversations with GS behind the scenes. And, oh, yeah, and Meade County's got their boot on my neck and making me take sides. What the fuck? Fuck Meade
Also,
County. Fuck JJ Scarborough. Fuck Ray White. Would I say that if they had their boot on my neck? Fuck that whole fucking county.
and also that girl that you were planning to marry left you because of your stroke, seizure, whatever,
Oh,
changed your personality so much.
well, there's a couple things there. One, we're back
I know
together.
you.
And two, we were never thinking about getting married because we both see marriages as something that doesn't work out for us. I mean, we celebrate other people having marriages, but no, we decided a long time ago we're not. We're not going to be in matrimony. We're going to live in sin.
Yeah, yeah. I mentioned something else I saw over there.
Hmm.
Um, and it started from the whiny guy, and then other people laughed along with it.
You're going to have to help me
And
understand. There's a million whiny guys on YouTube. Which whiny guy are you talking about?
well, I don't want to mention his name. He's the guy that was throwing out all the super chats so that Chris would read his comments.
Oh, the whiny virgin. I mean, the angry
Yeah,
victim. I mean, yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about.
yeah. Um, now I don't know a whole lot about this GE swag guy except that he just seems to be one of those guys that is totally with Todd, and I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised he's an ex-Wrangler guy or whatever. He just seems like one of I I just know what other people like when they'll mention him and stuff,
Hmm.
and he doesn't seem like a person I would like.
No.
But the whiny guy made a comment about, oh, when GE was a kid, he thought his father was Iron Man until the cops shot him and filled him full of holes. Okay. So I don't know anything about this guy's childhood,
Hmm.
but Chris and other people laughed along. And I thought, you know, no matter how you feel about somebody, you're going to joke about something like that. If that actually happened, if the cops
Yeah.
shot his father, that's something to joke about. It reminded me of, remember that lowlife that made the comments about Shiz's miscarriage.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, coded, right? Yeah.
I was thinking that too. And I can't stand Shiz, but I thought, who the hell makes comments like that? And who
Yeah.
who does not call them out on it when they're doing it in your channel?
Well,
Uh, on a better note, Cart says, congrats, Finks, especially now that your lips have leveled out.
mostly. They're still just a little bit off. But they can do what they're meant to do.
Mm.
And it's not talking.
And let me say, mentions confirmation bias, and that's certainly, yes. People have their minds made up ahead of time, so then everything they see
Yeah.
just confirms it.
Mm-hmm. You see what you want to see and you hear what you want to hear. Just like my cartoon, I forget the name of the movie. Is it The Point or The Arrow? I think it's The Point. Ringo Starr. All right.
Anyway.
Anyway, are they still live over there?
Well, yeah, it's funny because he at one point was like saying he was leaving because Tiff was yawning, and I heard him say, "I don't want people hating Finkel." And then I noticed that you were live. I kept like checking, and it wasn't showing it, and I had to, reload
Wait a minute. He said he
the
doesn't want
page.
people
But
hating
anyway,
me?
yeah, but he was saying
Oh,
that, and then I checked after I came over here. I checked like 15 minutes later, and he was still going. So I don't know.
Oh yeah. If you guys want to talk to a clingy person, give your phone number to Chris Ryder. That man will keep you on the phone until you hang up on him, because he just talks and talks and oh my God, uh, he's just so clingy. But yeah, to tell people after 2 hours of literally hating on me, he tells his audience, "Don't hate on me." There's some brain
You know,
damage. There's some.
you know. Go ahead, finish your thought.
That's it. Brain damage.
Okay.
My brain can't think of anything else. I'm the one of a TBI. Come on now. You just hated on me for
Speaking of
two
which,
hours. Go ahead.
here's a little fun fact that will
Mhm.
shock people. Anybody who has seen you more than 2 or 3 times,
Uh,
there are very few people who ramble on more than Finkel. But on the other hand, we have like the shortest phone calls in the world. It's just funny you were saying about how he does that on the phone. It's like when we have phone calls, it's mostly you handle the business and you hang up, and it's not even like the old days when you were worried about, oh my God, this is costing me 40 cents a minute.
yeah. Oh, those were the days.
Yeah, remember that used to be a thing. Somebody'd walk into the room and it'd be like, "Hey, mom," whatever, and it'd be like, "Let me alone. I'm talking long distance."
yeah.
GS and 4PS about as each other. Boys on the playing field wanted to kick the longest distance, not known to any record known to man. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, it does seem like a lot of times they're in a competition that nobody else can see.
yeah. And it's not just GS and 4PS. It's not just Jeff Appleby or Christopher Ruff
Mm.
or even Finkel and Muxter. People talk shit about other people, especially across the internet. But when it comes to For Public Safety and GS, who have both talked shit about the other, For Public Safety actually took it to the law. He engaged the lawfare. He engaged in lawfare against GS. And you would think anybody who's been through what Chris has been through would not do that because it's been done to him so many times. What the fuck, Chris? Yeah,
I was
yeah.
going to comment on what Alan said about my sister-in-law. Vegas is always good for 45 minutes talking about phone calls. Alan, when me and my sister would be on the phone, I'd call her up and we'd talk for however long. 45 minutes was usually the average time after one of us said we had to go.
Yeah.
I, I'll tell you a story about that because whenever Barb first started dating Bob, um, and they went up to Barb's daughters, and they were there. I don't know if they had dinner or whatever, but anyhow, it was like time to go.
Mhm.
Barb was like, "Okay, we better get going." And Bob, the boyfriend, he goes and gets his coat. Mary's husband, Joe, stops Bob and he goes, "Don't be in a hurry." He said, "You've got another good half hour yet at least because it was you know it was always like there's the Irish goodbye where people like just get up and leave.
Yeah.
I guess we did the Polish goodbye. It was like, okay, I really got to get going because I've got to be there in 10 minutes, and then you're talking for 20 minutes. But anyway,
You're bringing back some childhood memories when my parents would visit friends and they'd have kids. So we're all over there at the friend's house and finally we hear them yell, "All right, boys, get your coats, we're leaving." And an hour later, they're still saying goodbye.
yeah. My brother was the worst at it.
Mm,
It would take him 20 minutes just to tell you he didn't have time to talk.
yeah. Mm. Well,
And now
wait a minute. Well,
they're both gone.
hold on. 5 of you have to leave. According to Chris, we only get 10 viewers at a time. But I really
We didn't
probably go ahead.
we didn't even have to bring Todd in for me to scream at to get people in here to watch us.
Oh, well, after a 2-hour show all about me, they probably figured, okay, what's Finger going to say in response? It was a knee-jerk
Well,
response. I'll do a formal response Tuesday night or Wednesday.
actually, though, if you notice, and then I'm not doing a count, but I'm going to say at least 10 of the 15 people that are here
Mm-hmm.
are the people that would have come just because we were on, just because we were here, and nobody more interesting was on at the time. You know what I mean? They're not. I don't think most of the people that were here came over to see what you were going to say about Chris.
Oh, okay, that could be. Any of these chatters, were they over there? I'm not sure. Outskirts of media
But
promotion kind. Oh, we lost an actress today. What's her name? Oh, they've been talking about her all day on the news. I can't remember her name.
oh, I didn't see. By the way, I'll just warn everybody that Alan Killian that you see in there, you got to be careful because you never know when he might be my sock.
All right.
Yeah, he's one of the guys that Todd said was me because he said something in Todd's chat that Todd didn't like, and it's like, well, I'm sure that's Muckster then.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see.
I thought that was Hill Power. Okay, that was GS.
No, it's Todd that's always because it was somebody else in Hill Pirates last night. Derek, somebody who said he was over there and said something, and Todd said, "Oh, well, that's Muckster." He keeps thinking. I think Todd thinks there's only 2 people in the world that do not like him. So anytime somebody says something bad, it's obviously got to be either me or that other person, because who else could it possibly be? I was going to look and see if I could see who this is that died, because I didn't see it. Well, I've been sort of on the internet all day. That I was. Well, did you see the one I did with the cow and the pig?
The pig talking with Chris Ruff's voice?
No, that was the one I just. Well, it wasn't his voice, yeah, but not the one where I just showed you the little short one. I did like a video about it, with them both talk. But anyway, that took me like way longer than it should have to put that together. I've been playing around with stuff like I've decided I'm like hooked on it now. I'm going to be doing like a whole bunch of animal characters.
What AI software are you using there?
The one for that actually. Oh, Diane Keaton.
That was her name, Diane Keaton.
Oh man, yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
The one I have a couple. I have one that I started off with that it's you can use it to just clone voices. But that one, like, you can do it and then just have it like with a static picture. The one that you can actually make the mouth move is called Lemon Slice. But you have to pay. Otherwise, you're like very limited. You can only you could make like 1 10-minute video a day or something with it.
So that the Obama thing and the talking cow and the talking pig.
Yeah. Yeah, that all comes from Lemon Slice. And for anybody that's interested, I'll give you one of my tips that I learned. If you're going to do animals, like what I do is I go to ChatGPT and have it create the animal, okay? And I tell it to give the animal a human mouth. Because otherwise, if you just tell it you want like a pig dressed in a tweed suit or whatever, then a lot of times you go through all that trouble making it, and it takes a while for those things to render.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's just like a couple of sentences, and it gets done, and you see the thing, it'll be like talking through the neck or something because it doesn't recognize the mouth. So if
Oh,
you're doing
okay.
this stuff, make sure you tell it to give the animal a human mouth, and then that usually works.
I gotcha. Okay.
Um, yeah, I'll tell you the one I just created.
Mhm.
And, oh, let me see. Let me show you. I did a little just a little sample thing because I wanted to show it to, or I like the way it came out. I just like the look of the thing and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But this is my new one. It's a hippopotamus, and his name is Hippo Crit.
Oh,
Okay, and here's just a little sample thing of him.
My name is Hippo. Hypocrite. I am here to call you out on your foolishness.
yeah.
I just love the way he came out looking. It's after it got, and I mean I gave it the details of what I wanted it to wear and
Yeah.
stuff, but it's still when it first came up I had to laugh. It just that one I really like.
That's good.
But I think I'm gonna get a lot of use out of that one.
Yeah, it looks like some fun toys. I haven't really had time to do all that stuff.
Hey
I
brothers.
asked
Well, you
I
know
asked
what?
Chet. Go ahead.
Don't.
Don't. It's a time
Don't
suck.
no, I'm sure just like if you are gonna do a video
Uh-huh.
and you're thinking, oh, you know what? I'd really love to do a video with a horse. One of Chris's horses talking or something.
Hmm.
Just go, hey, Muxter, can you make me a video with a horse? And, it'd be a lot easier since I'm already paying for the thing and stuff
Oh,
like that.
right.
And then you can concentrate on what else you want to do, and I'll do that little piece for you.
Well, I'm told by the younger folks that I'm a boomer because I use ChatGPT to write short jokes, horoscopes, ask it questions like what type of weapon did they use at the Texas University, stuff like that. I use it kind of like a smart browser.
Well, I'll tell you then. Jeff must be a boomer because he uses ChatGPT all the time.
But he look at his his intro. The ridiculous, but the detail of the circus and the clowns and
Yeah.
that's got to be some kind of pretty high speed AI.
Well, that's the first time, because I wasn't really watching him much when they first got together with the Hill Pirate thing. And I did when I'd see I tune in at the opening. I thought, oh my God, his intros are so long, and I didn't realize that he's actually basically doing a customized intro every day.
Yeah,
So even with the AI and stuff, that's a lot of work.
yeah.
I mean, there's some stuff that he reuses in that, but I think he usually tries to put stuff in there that has to do with what he's going to be doing that night. So it's kind of like what I was thinking, and I know you can't stand the guy at all. I get a kick out of Spider Dog.
Mm.
But like his last video I was watching, I thought, you know what? Even if I totally hated what he was doing, I would admire what he did because he's obviously got a much better AI than I do because he had his Spider Dog character at the end of it
Hey,
get on a
Boomer.
horse and ride away.
Hey, Boomer. He doesn't have a better AI. He just knows how to use it better.
Now the AI I have would not do what he did,
Okay.
and I assume it's AI. I hate to think that he's actually, like works for Walt Disney and is drawing it all out or something.
All right.
Watch out, Muxter. You mentioned Ryder's horse. He will be claiming you are threatening him.
Oh
Whatever.
my God. Yes. Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me. Well, I'm going to be taking a call from JJ here any minute now because to make sure I'm in compliance. Please, Del.
Well, we all know that your supposed trip to West Virginia, you're actually going to Meade County to get your marching orders. You can't fool us.
Oh, actually, isn't Kentucky just on the other side of West Virginia? I have to look at a map.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're both about the same driving distance from you. You know, depending on like the highway type thing and stuff.
Actually, it's just the far side of the border. We're going back to those domes that we went to when we go. You know, I did the bicycle video, and
Yeah.
we're going back there. Oh, she's actually
You know,
already there. I'm sorry.
uh, well, I was just gonna say, you know, that video that I made just for you.
Hmm.
I mean, you can decide to show it sometime later if you want, but
Oh,
that
right.
if you know the video that I put behind the song, I was kind of paying homage to the bicycle thing with that.
Oh, okay. That was a fun day. I wonder that bike shop's still open this time of year. Tricycles. They were actually tricycles,
Uh,
not really bicycles. Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the kind of thing that shuts down like after Labor Day or something, but you never know.
Wouldn't
Maybe
surprise me.
they keep going till the snow flies.
Well, I'm pretty sure we won't be stopping at the ice cream shop unless they're doing hot cocoa or something. All right.
Let's
I'm
see.
ready.
I know. Well, let me just. I see. Cart made one more comment. She said, "Finkel, no matter what, just know that I always back Muckster, but I'm not too sure about you."
I understand. I totally get it. Thank you, Cart. Thank you for having my back. Because these guys have been after me, man. I need some support. All right.
Well,
I'm
who
gonna
knows
give
what
you
your
guys.
channel's going to look like by the time you get back on Tuesday?
Oh boy. Well,
I
just for
still
that.
laugh. There's just one more thing. I still laugh. Remember, it was you took like that couple week hiatus that one time.
Mhm.
And when you came back, that was when we had invented FMAC while you were gone.
Oh,
And
right.
I still remember you going, "What's the FMAC stand for?" And it's like, think about it for a minute. Think about it for a minute. Look at the letters.
Yeah, that one took me a minute. Oh,
We won't say what the other story behind it is. So,
okay.
yeah, but I had fun making fun of people tonight.
Oh, actually, I gotta admit, I was a little bit annoyed. I'm like, what the fuck?
I
Is he dishonest or stupid? Maybe both. Yeah.
I was hoping you weren't going to get too worked up here.
I'll admit it, I got worked up. I wanted to drive out to Lanesville. I wanted to drive. I wanted to drive past West Virginia and past Kentucky and into Lanesville because I was mad. I
Well,
oh, yeah.
no, see, we know you wouldn't do that because I have it on good authority that I just heard somewhere tonight that you're a big cowardly pussy. So, and
That
you don't you
that's
don't
actually
stand you don't stand 10 toes deep or whatever the hell that
yeah.
is.
I think we're talking about the same comment. That's the comment that made me think. You know what? I'm just going to drive out there. Only I don't know the address. I guess Chris Ruff knows the address. I can get the address from Chris, right?
You know,
Yeah.
I know the urge because there are times I've seen stuff by a couple of different people that I won't mention the names, and I think, my God, if I still drove, I would be halfway. Anyway,
All right.
have a good have a good couple days off. Forget about all this stupid shit. Clear your mind, have fun,
I
and
I
would you
I won't.
please ask Holly if she ever found my watch because that was my
Yeah.
dad's watch and I miss it.
Okay. I won't have a choice because if I pick up an iPhone and hit anything that looks like social, I will be talking with a very high voice. So I will see you all in a couple
Well, you
days.
got to if you
Hmm?
do like the bike thing or something though, you got to take videos of that kind of stuff.
Oh hell yeah! take a picture of my toes in the hot tub? Here I'm laying in the hot tub, and my toes are sticking out the other end. Yeah.
As long as it's just the toes, yes.
Oh, yeah. All right, you give me ideas. I got to go. Talk to you guys later.
And
Hmm?
thanks to the people who came in to listen to us ramble for a while.
The 7 extras, because we're only allowed 10.
Yeah. Well, we'll try to chase away a few people while you're gone, so it'll be back,
Okay.
where it should be.
Kick and ban. Drive safely. Yes, I shall. All right. I'm going to click the end. 'Cause actually, I don't see leave. Yeah, end is my only option. All
I'll
right.
get it.
Oh, you get it? Okay.
3 guys in a little room, just a beat and a plan. Not much money, not much time, but we're doing the best we can. But we're doing the best we can.